September 8th. This is day 4. Still in Yellowstone. Just getting some breakfast going. I had some pistachios, some dried edamame, and now I've got some oatmeal. It's got some apple pieces in it and some cinnamon, and I put some freeze-dried strawberries. All right, a little recap of yesterday. We stayed at a campgrounds, Indian something. Then we headed south. What was that? I don't know. Yesterday was a busy day. Oh, we went to like the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, that was the highlight so far. Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, North Rim, South Rim, with a big waterfall and a small hike. I think it was Red Rock hike. Get you a little closer to the waterfall. And then we headed over to the other rim and did a little hike along the rim. Some good views. The highlight was Prismatic. I guess it was Prismatic Spring. That's not a geyser. I guess it was Prismatic Hot Spring, which is the famous picture of the hot spring that has a variety of different colors. So you can go to a boardwalk and walk up and get really close to it, or you can go to and do about it's like a 0.8 mile, a little less than a mile hike, and you can get like on top of like more of an aerial view. So we did a little hike up this hill, and that was the best view, hands down. And then from there, we headed to Old Faithful. But on the way to Old Faithful, we got held up for about an hour. We thought there was traffic because there was an accident or something. 5 minutes into it, we realized that there were buffalo, a big herd of buffalo. So they were right taking up the road, going alongside of the vehicles. So we got through that herd after about 40 minutes. And then a quarter mile down the road, there was another little herd. But anyways, it was cool to see. So it took about an hour. And then we got to Old Faithful. Got to Old Faithful, got lucky because we only had to wait 20 minutes for it to go off. And it was pretty much on time, which was cool. So it kind of squirted a little bit of water out. There was a little bit of steam. And I don't know how many people were there, maybe a couple hundred. But we got front row seats, and people were kind of horseshoe type seating around it. And when it went off, it shot up, sprayed water like a fire hose, and so that was cool. I mean, so the big story of the trip so far, we're walking back to the van. We're walking behind this building. I mean, there's probably 1,000 people up here at Old Faithful. 5 or 6 different huge buildings, an inn, a lodge, a couple restaurants, a store, a gas station, people everywhere. So there's this little footpath it's a well-beaten path, and we're going behind this building to get to the van. So we're walking, we're just talking, and I mean, we're aware of our surroundings, but we're not really looking for anything, bear or, we're not really looking for too much. We're, noticing there's a little stream. But anyways, even if we were looking straight ahead and looking for anything, we wouldn't be able to see it. Because when we turned, there was a little turn and there were trees there. You couldn't see anything. Literally 20 feet, I looked up, and about the same time as I looked up and saw it, I heard a and there was a buffalo. And I just I was speechless. I just kind of grabbed Josh, and then he looked up and stopped, and then we backed up 20 feet from this buffalo. It was huge, right in our path. We pretty much survived a buffalo attack. Almost died, pretty much. But it was awesome. So we backed up 30, 40 feet and just took some pictures, and it was awesome. So we ended up going around the whole building again, but that was the highlight. So then in Yellowstone, we didn't have a camping spot, and there's no Bureau of Land Management area where you can disperse camp and camp for free. So we were going to go to a picnic area, which you're technically not supposed to, but I think it's frowned upon. I don't know if they really enforce it or not. Josh stayed there a couple weeks ago or whatever. No issues. So we were going to go to that area, but the buffalo got us again. So we stopped. It was near Prismatic Springs again. Prismatic Spring. So we stopped for like 10 minutes and said, you know what, let's just go find another spot. So we found another spot. Do you know what this spot's called?
Some picnic area.
Yeah, just a little picnic area. So we pulled in at around, I don't know, 8:30 or 9. It was getting dark. Just pulled in, settled in. We heard one door, and we thought, okay, that's a ranger or something telling us to move, but nobody bothered us. We're still here, about to eat breakfast, and now we're going to go to the other part of the loop around the lake and check that out, but it's really the update. You got anything to say?
That's it, man. Covered it.
That's it.
Slept good. Did you sleep good last night?
Yep, slept good.
I had a good night's sleep.
All right, September 8th. I don't know, day 4, something like that. We're doing a little drive past, I guess this is Yellowstone Lake, huh?
Not sure.
So it's a big lake. We don't know what lake it is. We check out the lake. And yes, Yellowstone Lake. All right, we're coming up on Yellowstone Lake. We don't know if you're allowed to have boats here or not, or motorboats. There's 0 boats out there right now that I see. But, I don't know. Well, it happened again. We're just walking down the marina. Thought it was a rock. Buffalo. Look how close we are to the marina. And we're just walking. Unbelievable. You jumped this time. Oh, man. They're just like, whatever. So we got it. All right, we're at Natural Bridge, Yellowstone Bridge Bay Marina. We're about to do a little hike, Natural Bridge hike. We're walking up to the marina, and oh, that's something else. When we saw Yellowstone Lake, we didn't see, it's a huge lake. We didn't see any boats. And we thought, well, maybe you're not allowed to have motorboats here. And then we saw some motorboats, 2 large ones. I said, well, maybe they're tours. So we come up on this marina and we see plenty of boats and say, okay, well, I guess you're allowed to have boats there. And they do have fishing tours and sightseeing tours. So I guess primarily that's what it is. But we also realized that the store was closed, so it's seasonal. So I guess that's why we didn't see any boats. Maybe you're not allowed to have them certain times, or people just don't go out, or what. So you can have boats, it seems, on Yellowstone Lake, but I guess the season's closed, season's over. So we're gonna go on this, we're gonna check out, see how long this Natural Bridge hike is, and see what it's all about. All right. I'm not really worried about bears anymore. I'm worried about damn buffalo. They're just big old creatures just hanging out. Before you know it, you're on them. All right, Natural Bridge. See what it's all about. All right. Pretty sure we made it to the Natural Bridge. There it is. Nice, easy, flat hike. To proceed to the top of the trail, 30 feet, veer right to the top. All right, we're at Mud Volcano, and it stinks. Looks like it's a little loop, 2/3 of a mile. I guess there's a couple of them, but one mud volcano. Let's go over there and see what happens. All right. This whole thing's called Mud Volcano. But I guess there's one geyser or one hot spring that's actually Mud Volcano.
There's the short video clip.
Oh, this is kind of cool. Just in there bubbling. All right, we're just leaving Mud Volcano. Big takeaway here is it smells. I mean, it was pretty bad. Now we're gonna head south, and we don't know what else is really to see, but head south towards the camp spot, and I think tomorrow we're gonna do our backcountry hike. So I'm gonna be out in the woods. Hopefully you see a bear. All right, so we lucked out. So we got to Grant Campgrounds at about 3 p.m., September 8th, 3 p.m. I had made reservations back in May. Yep, thank you. Back in May for this campgrounds for 2 nights, the 8th and the 9th. So Josh and I pull up, we go to check in. They ask me for my reservation number and all that. They say they can't find me in the system. Luckily, I saved the email and I screenshot, which I do this way too often. Usually don't need it, but this time it lucked out in my favor that I did that and I needed it. So they had somebody else's name on file. They're full. They didn't know what to do. It was looking like, oh, we were gonna get turned down. I said no. I got the screenshot and I've got the email. So they were nice enough. Not only did they get us a spot, but they comped me for the other night. So, and if you show up, it looks like $32 for one night. The online price was 16. I think that's what I paid, 16, and then tax or whatever fees. So, also, this campground is in the middle of a winter bear den. They said there's so much bear activity that they closed this Sunday. They're closed for the rest of the season. But it's full. Apparently it's not that full because they found us a spot for the